Father, Son, the House of No Gorge.
The House of No Gorge.
My voice sounded like to you.
The House of No Gorge. Fucking Gilbert Godfrey over here.
I did not.
Father, Son, and House of No Gorge.
Hi, Gorge.
We changed the camera angle, so hopefully I don't have a fucking turkey neck anymore. I have to like literally go like this. Shut the fuck up, Mark. Just kidding. I love you, Mark. You're the best worker ever.
Cross my fingers. I can't believe you just did that. Like, yeah, I promise. Oh, God.
Oh, see, no. Regional.
In the South, we did this.
I was in the shower the other day and I had a vivid flashback to summer camp. And one of the camp counselors like told everyone that I was gay. And I was like 10 years old.
No.
Yes.
No.
I was like embarrassed because my mom like defended me. Was the chicken first or was the egg first? Like,
gay.
did he
The
make
faggot
me
was
gay?
first.
Like, did he make me gay by calling me gay or was I already
Without
gay?
him,
Would I
Violet
even be
taught
gay?
you would never be born.
I know. I digress.
Coachella's
'Cause that's
kinda like
not-
camp.
Yeah, it's kind of like camp. So, on today's episode of No Gorge.
We're talking Coachella, mama. No Gorge. I'm Gottmik.
I'm Violet Chachki, aka Jason.
Oh God, I forgot it's Jason and Kay.
We need like a Jason and Cade theme song.
I know. We literally need
Does somebody out there want to write us a theme song? Like,
Please.
then you can go like, beep boop, beep bop, beep beep boop boop, beep bop beep bop.
The one that goes beep boo boo bop boo boo beep.
No, man, you're thinking of beep boo boo bop boo boo bop.
Beep boo 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 bop.
SpongeBob.
They don't know that reference either. I don't think our audience base knows our references, and it's bothering me. Also, do we talk about the homophobia, or do we just not acknowledge it?
Which one?
Of Coachella. Why aren't they homophobic 4 years ago? I feel like you can't really do anything without inadvertently somehow giving money to homophobic people. All the corporations are run by like wild Republican people, I feel like. No? Like a lot of people support organizations that inadvertently give dollars
Yeah, for
to
sure.
like anti-LGBTQIA plus organizations. Flip side of that is, like I was saying in the previous episode, there's like nothing like, okay, like, what are you gonna do?
Stop me from saying gay.
Fucking queer. Fucking faggot.
Gay. Like, as if gay people are gonna just like stop. Like, there's nothing you can fucking do.
Literally. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Supporting Coachella is definitely an interesting memento. I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh my God, so fun. Like, going to work at Coachella, like, loves it. And then it was a little too late.
Beyond having this gig, I don't think we would have gone. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have gone.
And until they change their homophobic ways, we're not going again.
Unless we get paid to go again.
Then hit me up. Oh my God, should we talk about my arm?
I was gonna say,
Yeah. So I broke my arm, everyone.
Jesus Christ.
And it's like a moment for me. If you don't know. I was basically like thought there was no hope for me at all in my life anymore because of this arm break. I was like, there's no career, no life. I'm done.
You're done. And guess who had to deal with it?
Violet was literally pulling me out of depression every day. And it wasn't even like, oh my God, this sucks. It was definitely like, it was the lowest time ever. Like, I was like, this is the end of the world to me. And so, cause I had to get full surgery, basically. Shut the fuck up. I have the gnarliest scar ever. It was trans day of visibility, which
Cursed.
first red flag. And we were having like, me and my friends had like the most gorgeous dinner ever planned. We like had it at this really amazing vibey place in LA called Delilah. And there's this girl there that I like already, me and her do not like each other.
Period.
Like,
Say it.
I don't like her.
I also love normalizing the idea of just not liking someone. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that.
She like wants to like kiki though. She's like, let's arm wrestle. And I'm like, no, I don't want to fucking arm wrestle.
Yeah, you freak.
So we sat down. She's like, let's do left arms. I'm like, okay.
Like that'll make it fair somehow.
I
Well,
had
don't
my
do it
body
again.
this way, and then I had my arm this way or something, and then she was like pulling it. My humerus bone like snapped in half, bitch. Like so crazy.
Is it weird that for some reason you invited me to this dinner, and for some reason me not being there, like I feel like it's sort of my fault.
Because it is her fault. No, but yeah. So, and I remember like it like popped, and I remember looking down, and my arm was like behind me, and I remember being like, that is not my arm. And I remember seeing my tattoos, and I was like, that's my fucking arm. Like that's my fucking arm. And I literally was like, oh, it just probably like dislocated or something. So I literally grabbed it and tried to like shove it back in place, and like saw the bone.
Oh my
and I was
God.
like, I just broke my fucking
We
arm.
need to put up the x-rays.
Yeah, so
that's when I
guys,
realized.
the X-ray is about to come up. So if you can't look at
Trigger
bones,
warning.
trigger warning, like
Sick.
press the fast forward for a second because here it is. And so I go to my friend's security and I was like, we have to drive me to the hospital like right now. The bitch tried to call me a Prius.
Oh my God.
I was about to say like, no offense if you have a Prius, but no, literally if you
Mark
have a
has a
Prius,
Prius.
if you have a Prius,
And it's
don't
fucking ugly.
Put me in your car when I have a broken humerus bone.
Humerus bone is so being scientific about the
And then I get to the hospital and I'm like, my arm's falling off. It's
Detached.
detached.
It's falling off.
And they're like, really? And they're like, we have to see if it's broken. I'm like, it is very broken. And they're like, can you put it in the sling? And I'm like, it's literally falling off, Gorgeous. I'm not gonna put it in a fucking sling. Like, literally, just get me in.
Let me go measure it.
We just put it in this thing. Woohoo! That's my new drag name.
What?
My new drag name is Splint. Well, it's done. No. But I was having an aneurysm because I was just scared about like all the work stuff I have coming and like all of that. So I was having like anxiety, and so luckily they
I
were.
feel like you're already a little anxious angel.
I
so
am,
I'm
and
like,
so
we
now
need to
I'm
work
like,
on that.
I'm like, oh my god, my gigs and this and like my shoots, and I was freaking out. So they gave me so much Valium, and then this one injection of something that baby. If I could get that
Little
over the
ketamine?
counter, I'd be comatose every day. I was like,
little ketamine for the doll.
it was something like, it was like the hardest ketamine I've ever watched a horse take.
Oh my god.
It was
You gonna cry? Yeah. You gonna cry? Yeah. Yeah. You broke an arm? I broke my toe once.
How's the scar?
Gnarly. Well, when I fell off my lyre, you were helpful, so I felt like I was like, all right.
I was.
Gotta pay it forward.
Yeah, now we're even. We can stop talking to each other.
Yeah, you basically had a little cheetah look. It was stanosh.
Yeah, I just was like, okay, got me going to Coachella. Leopard is my neutral.
Yeah, and I opted for a bucket hat.
The chin strap was my favorite part. Like, so tight. Just like, I was obsessed.
Yeah. Sunglasses, bucket hat, and then a little Paco Rabanne. I mean, you can't really go wrong. And I just don't even know what a flat would look like for me, so we both wore heels.
Please put it in the video. Another trigger warning. This is disgusting. So here's the video of our feet. Playing game, piggy.
Are you okay, sir?
There's a lot of things that are way more painful. I don't even notice that.
Okay, well, that looks like it's SpongeBob when he takes the sock off.
I feel like whenever we road trip, we have like the most in-depth conversations.
Yeah, I think once a trip together, we have to like get into a history lesson, a science lesson, like some kind of like full like. So
we
we're
were
on a
literally
rock floating around.
I was literally driving and I was like, it's wild that we're literally in a car in LA, in the United States, on the Earth, in a solar system, floating in infinite amount of space.
And then somehow we looped it all back around to 9/11.
Anyway, so we drove there. First night, we were like, Friday night, we were like, let's not even do the festival. We decided to go to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse instead.
We had full artist passes to Coachella and we're sitting at Ruth's Chris.
And apparently this Ruth's Chris was like famous. Our server, who was lovely. I mean, I had a lovely experience at
me
Ruth's
too.
Chris. He was literally like, this Ruth's Chris is mentioned in 55 rap and R&B songs. And we were like, I mean, first off, he was like, do you guys like R&B? And we were like,
No.
sort of. Actually, it was refreshing because I feel like no one wants to work these days. And this guy, get off your fucking ass and work. This guy like loved his job. And I was like, so nice. The fucking like goat cheese and spinach dip.
Oh my God.
See
Should
you
we go
later.
today?
Like, gotta go.
Like, what the hell?
And then we went to the Nylon Party, which was really fun. The highlight of the Nylon Party was them having an espresso martini bar.
Oh yeah, they had a full espresso martini bar, which was stunning.
They knew we were coming, obviously.
When we say it's in, you better put it out on your
The
parties.
universe knows. Like, the universe says, Violet and Gottmik, it's in. Like, it's in. You know what else we decided is in recently is Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Duh.
I'm Esmeralda, like, period.
What am I, the goat?
You're literally the Hunchback. What are you talking about?
Oh my God. Yeah, because I'm the star of the movie.
With your arm.
I am. Is it a monster or is it a man?
The bells, bells, bells!
The witch who set this flame. It's not my fault.
I don't even know. There's so many tangents and divergence here.
I know. Try to
What
keep
were we even
up.
talking about? Oh, the Nylon Party. I don't even know if Coachella's for me. Like, it seems very hetero. Wristbands is so hetero. Like, shut the fuck up.
No, every gay event, they like literally will be like, here's a wristband. I'm like, I'm not wearing that. And they're like, oh, of course not. Like,
No, they're like, no, you have to wear the wristband.
No, straight places, you have to wear the wristband.
Or no, gay people will give stamps. Like, what happened to stamps?
Where'd stamps go?
No, it feels like no one wants to stamp anymore. Like, and somehow the field closes at 1 a.m. or like at 11. The field
And
I'm
has
like,
a max capacity of people.
yeah, somehow the field has a max capacity and you have to arrive. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? We're literally in someone's backyard. How is there a fire code here? Like, there's.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It is like impossible to get a car. Like literally, like an
Coachella's not fun. I don't.
over an hour to get a car, and then people are like setting up camp at this venue, being like, "I'll take you." Like, no Uber. I'm like, "Oh, how much?" And they're like, $300, and I'm like, "No."
I said no.
I'll buy your car for $300. Like, what the fuck? Because after like 30 minutes, I was like, I'm not fucking doing this. I'm going back. But I was like, should I text Violet? I was like, no, I'm going to see her eventually. So I was just like partying on my own, like living life. And then we were just walking in this like backstage alley.
Literally, the two people in the only like private area walking, literally like.
And I'm like, oh, hey.
And then we went home.
And the next day we got into drag.
Woke up, got into drag, got to the festival.
We like went around Coachella, rated some outfits, gave away popsicles, did a little work day. And our
Little
plan
work day.
Work day. And our plan was
Gigged.
to gig it up and drag, go home, change, come back.
That was our plan.
Is there a specific song that gets stuck in your head all the time?
We've been singing the Hunchback of Notre Dame soundtrack recently. We're doing like Havana, we're doing like Palm Springs, Missoni almost.
Joseph and the Technicolored Missoni
Brings it
Diva.
together. Little shorts here
Shorty
with like
shorts.
it's like almost like a snake. We have to give you a 10.
Oh my God.
Yes, you look incredible. Tell us about your look.
I bought this at a boutique, and then I thought of Britney, her
Justin.
all jean look, and I was like, that's the inspiration for this. And then I bought a bucket hat, and I was like, that's it.
Early 2000s, Fresh and Britney. Okay.
I'm a girl. I'm prettier than you. I'm gonna do the blood orange hard seltzer mint kombucha.
Well, Slater was performing, and our friend Ty was DJing.
Rebecca Black.
All the little New York faggots were there.
So we were like,
Valencia.
let's pop over. So we ended up in full drag dancing about stage. It just kept like piling up that we ended up staying
In full drag, in heels.
into the night. So we go to the bathroom and we were like, which bathroom do we
No,
go
my
into?
favorite thing is like when I go somewhere and there's gendered restrooms, just being like, gendered bathrooms? oh no, like what am I gonna do? Like
and we
making
love making people feel bad for both options too.
No,
like there's no
so-
correct answer for you. You're in the danger zone no matter what you say.
And this guy comes up and he's like, hey, ladies, you guys can totally use that bathroom, like giving us literal permission to use the women's restroom.
And we both like whip our heads around and we go,
how dare you? There's a line at that one. And we're like, we're definitely not using that one. And
we
he's like,
march our asses
"Oh,"
to
he's
the
like-
male bathroom.
And as we're going in, we hear
like it's faintly, I love gender neutrality.
gender fluidity.
I love gender fluidity.
As we're like pumping it, like trying to, everyone's so like fucking positive and afraid to be offensive.
And yeah, and then we saw Pablo.
For me, also, I don't want to see performances in the daylight. Like, I don't care who you are.
I don't want to even see me in the daylight.
I don't want to see any.
I don't want to see anything
I don't
in
want
the
to see
daylight.
literally.
Ever. Don't even wake me up in the day.
Like, literally stop. Like, stop trying to make daytime happen. It's not gonna happen.
Okay, that was so fetch.
We were at Disclosure and Violet's like, take me to the VIP. I'm like, this is it, babe.
And I'm like, no, it's not. There's no way.
Yeah. And then Paris Hilton comes up and we're like talking with her and she's my favorite angel of life. So we're just kicking. And then Violet literally goes, where's the VIP? Like, I want to go with you. As if I literally didn't just say.
No, I'm literally to Paris. I'm like, can you take us to VIP, Paris? She's like, we're here.
And I'm like, this bitch. Like, literally thought I was just like lying.
I don't really get Coachella. Like,
I don't get it.
we need to fucking leave, basically, at this point. I was like over it, ready to go home. I had had a great time. We danced, we saw some music, we had some drinks, we had fun, la-di-di-di fucking da.
And then luckily, Slater pulled through.
Yeah, Slater was like, I was like, hey, Gorge, did you leave yet? She's like, yeah, we already left. And then she calls me back and is like, wait, who is this? I was like, it's Violet Chachki. She was like, oh, I was lying. We haven't left yet. Yeah, you want to ride?
I look like shit.
The logistics of it just don't.
And then by the time
doesn't
we
make
got out,
sense.
we like went to Neon Carnival and it was like dead.
Oh, also when we were dancing on stage with Slater, somebody comes up to us with 2 cans of beer and is like, hey, hold these, with a photographer ready to take a picture of us. And we're like, I literally am like, I can't hold that. I have a 5-year campaign with Smirnoff. And they're like,
No, everyone at Coachella is like fucking thirsty to get photos of us holding
like
products.
holding products. I'm like, what is this? Promoting products for people.
Yeah,
that was my entire experience.
Yeah, I think the vibe, because we, on Sunday, it was like our first day that we were like, okay, let's just actually go and like have fun.
We saw Kim Petras.
Slate.
Love. That was amazing.
We got drinks.
Oh, wait. Rewind.
I was hoping you'd miss.
Rewind. The Uber is like insane.
A serial killer man.
He was like stopping at every entrance that was general admission and was like, is this the artist entrance? And it literally says general admission. And they're like, no, artist entrance is
He would pull up to them and be like, get out. And we're like, this isn't it. And then he would roll down the window like we were lying. Be like, is this artist? And they'd be like, no. And he'd be like, and
and
I was
then like go to the next one and like
we're gonna die.
then he basically just like get out. So we basically get out, not at artist entrance.
Literally, he was like, get out. This is it.
He's like, I'm done, get out.
Get out!
And like in the huff of like dropping us off in like a weird huffy way after screaming at the traffic director person,
I left my phone in the Uber.
Mick leaves his fucking phone in the fucking Uber.
Not another one?
At this point, the depression is like affecting me. And like I deal with my own version of depression. So now that you don't have your phone and we're at a full festival, like I'm like responsible for you, I feel like.
Oh my God. As if though.
You do this a lot. Let's just say.
I don't.
Okay.
When
Audience,
do I do that?
Losing the wallet, losing the phone. It's like a theme. It's fine.
Only 2.
It's fine. Everyone has things they need to work on. It's totally fine. Just like acknowledge it.
I think I
just
just
admit
like,
it so we can move on.
No, I think I just like, I guess I do need to not
grow up.
lose.
I mean, not lose things.
Oh my God, you freak. Well, also, and that was another thing. So Violet's already pissed, and we get up there, we need new wristbands. And we get there, and they won't give me the wristband because they're like, "This isn't you on your ID." Because
No, they literally look at your.
Never changed my picture from me, 16-year-old in high school, and so they're like, "This isn't you," and I'm like,
No, he literally says, "A girl already used this ID," and I'm like. Bleeding fucking hearts of the world unite. No, they didn't. And I have to literally I'm like, he's trans.
And like pulling up my Wikipedia, showing the names
showing
on
him
it.
the Wikipedia. Like, can we hurry it up, sweetheart? We have a show to catch.
And he's like showing other people, and the guys are like, tough call. I'm like, is it?
I can't
so
even.
So Violet's having to deal with that. It's just.
I'm like vouching for you to so we can get in the line to get the wristband, to get a drink, to get in another line to get a drink, because the straight people don't know how to fucking throw a fucking field party. We're waiting in line to get the drinks, and I'm in a foul mood. Like, foul. And some girl comes up and is like, hi, can I take a video of your outfit for blah, blah? I'm like, no. Literally, no. Also, like, just film me. Like, what am I gonna do? Chase you? Be like, I did not consent.
Honestly, in the mood you're in, maybe.
I love that we really only showed up for the LGBTQ talent and Doja Cat.
But yeah, I mean, if you're going to a homophobic festival, only support the gays.
Yeah, only support the queer talent at the homophobic festival. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then we went home.
We were like falling asleep on the way home.
Oh yeah, I was so tired. Mm-hmm. So what is your overall experience from Coachella, you think?
I had like a lot of fun on Sunday. Like I really had a great time. It was fun experiencing going to it in drag. I don't like going to it in drag, but it was a moment.
I mean, I had fun going to it in drag as well. Like I honestly, I love being in drag. I think it's really fun. Like I do.
Can we like keep that?
Well, like when
Mark is dying. Let's just play that soundbite forever.
No, like I'm gonna have drag is more fun. Like you get away with more shit. Like
I'm gonna have that on my phone every time. You're like, I'm not gonna.
I love drag.
I love being in drag.
It is fun being in drag, but then it gets it's fun until it's not fun, and then it's really not fun. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. There are more episodes coming. We are trying to get on our shit. We have been backed up, dealing with broken arms, dealing with management shit, dealing with moderate seasonal depression. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe.
All of it. And we'll see you next week.
On
No Gorge. Bye, Gorge. No Gorge.